Hey, it's Rusty Keys with FM 100.3, and with me today, I love this, the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus back in town, the Ringmaster. It's Jonathan Lee Iverson. How are you, Jonathan?
I love how you roll that off.
Thank you very much.
Ringmaster, I roll it in arenas, people complain.
Really? Why is that?
I don't know.
I was
It's like
gonna say,
it's too proper.
if you would like to take it and do it, every once in a while, maybe like the Ringmaster.
Yeah, it's my way of showing that I actually had some training.
Is that it? Well, we've got the circus coming to town, as it were, the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus. It's called Out of This World. It starts on Friday, the 23rd, opening night, 3 shows on Saturday, 2 shows on Sunday, another one on Monday. Tickets are available right now at the Vivint Smart Home Arena, which is where the circus will be. And how else?
Well, Ringling.com. You can go to Ringling.com, or you can download our free app. The Ringling Brothers app. We've gone. I'm telling you, we're high tech now.
I was going to say that
From
the
sawdust to high tech.
The name of the show is Out of This World, and I was reading you can download the Ringling Brothers app.
Yes.
And then you can kind of like insert yourself
into the action. That's
into
right.
the action. How cool! Tell me about
it's
that.
wonderful. We have different fonts where you can, you can take pictures as the ringmaster or a clown or a juggler. You can literally journal your experience during the greatest show on earth. It might show up on our Jumbotron that's there. It's really an intergalactic odyssey. It's a lot of fun. It has a storyline to it. It's good versus evil. It's friendship lost. It's friendship regained. And in between all of that is the greatest show on earth. All the action you're used to seeing, the great acts you're used to seeing, the great and wonderful animals you're used to seeing. Mm-hmm. And then there's me in these pretty costumes.
Man, that is something, too.
It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
So intergalactic and also interactive.
That's right. And ice.
Ice.
We have ice. We have these fantastic ice skaters. We've implemented ice into the show for the first time ever in our history. And it's really wonderful. I mean, it's a bit chilly. So I always recommend people bring a light jacket or something when they come to the show. But other than that, it is a fantastic experience. You come an hour before the show for our Star Seekers early access, and there you'll get to meet some of the performers. You'll get to actually see behind the magic. Alexander Lacey is actually featured in our early access presentation, and he comes out and he actually shows the audience how you go about training a tiger.
Really?
And so it's really a wonderful experience, and he's by far one of the greatest trainers on the planet. So it's really a wonderful educational experience.
Would it work with our house cat? Because that cat's driving me crazy.
People have been asking. I don't think he's that skilled.
No, not that good. All right. So I know this is your 7th tour with the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus.
It is. Yes.
Did you always dream of running away with the circus?
No, not at all. I think that's how life kind of works. Mm-hmm. You have all these plans, and then God laughs at you, and and he throws a curveball at you. And this was a wonderful curveball. I was going to do it for a year or two, just to have it on a resume. I mean, it's almost 20 years later.
And here you are.
I'm like, I got a family. I got the whole thing. So it's wonderful.
And you started right out of college. Is that right?
Really, yeah.
Wow.
Right out of college. I graduated. My plan was to study and was to just get some money so I could go to Europe to study. I was going to be an opera singer. And I said, oh, yeah, this would be a fine way to pick up some money and get some working experience. And what a pickup line. Hey, baby, I'm the ringmaster, And I mean, who knew that it was going to be a career that I would really love? And I really do love it. It's just a monumental experience. I mean, there's nothing like it. The best part about it is to travel. Mm-hmm. Really, I mean, I live and travel on the world's largest privately owned train. And so you get to really see how beautiful this country is. I mean, on the train, I recommend it to anybody. If you ever go cross country, you ever want to travel, get off a plane, get on a train, and do it, because you'll see this is a gorgeous country.
We did some train rides when I was a kid I grew up in Kansas, so we'd go from Kansas to Illinois, and then a couple times we went Kansas to California. And you're right, unbelievable the things you see. Yeah, it takes a little bit longer, but it is so worth it. So worth it.
Absolutely.
Love that. Now, at 11, because you were talking about how you wanted to be an opera singer, you were in the Harlem Boys Choir.
Yeah.
That's big stuff.
Yeah, it was big stuff. It wasn't supposed to be in my mind. I thought, you just get in and start traveling. Nobody told me you had to work. I didn't realize, now, our kids are soft now, But back then, man, I mean, literally a kid would have had to, had to come down with some serious sickness for me to even get a spot in that. And that's what happened, you know. Now, to this day, I don't know if the kid lied. He just wanted to go see somebody or something. But that was the only way I was going to get on to performing because it was so hard. I mean, it was like, wow, they had a training choir and they had a preparatory choir and then they had a concert choir and then there was the elite, the performing choir who did everything.
Right.
Okay, so if you wasn't with them, you were not performing. So I was there for like 18 months. My first 18 months, it was the worst period in my life, as I call it, right? But it was the greatest period in my life because it taught me to work for something, taught me to be patient. It taught me that, you know what, sometimes those adults actually know better than you, and they're actually looking out for you, and they know when you're really ready for something. And it's ironic because my son is featured in this show, Out of This World. So the storyline goes basically me and the head clown, we're friends, and we're found on Earth by Paolo the Star Seeker. And he chooses me for his ringmaster. And my buddy Davis goes off with Queen Tatiana and her evil, her evil intentions or whatever. And he becomes her first aid and what have you. And so we go through all these adventures. But the ones playing us when we're younger it's my son, and who's 11 now. And it's his daughter, Davis's daughter, Adriana, playing him.
Isn't that funny?
And we're these flaming heterosexual men. So we're backstage, I'm hearing him sniffle and I'm sniffling. We're watching our kids, we're like, yeah, oh my goodness. It's so emotional, because they actually are starting when we started, the ages we started performing. He told me, I started performing with my dad when I was 6.
Wow.
He's a 4th generation clown.
Wow.
And I started in the boys choir when I was 11. And it's so funny to see the stages because my son is kind of going through the whole, he's going through that weird, awkward stage of, he doesn't know if he wants to see certain things through. And I'm like, no, you're going to do it. My mother, I wanted to quit the boys choir every other week. Every other week I would quit.
And Mom said, I
She's
don't
like,
think
nope.
so.
It's like, nope, you're going back. And I'm glad she forced it on me
Right.
because it really changed my life. And that's what's happening with my son now. He loves the performing part. It's all that other stuff I throw at him. You got to work. He's working out now with one of our wonderful Russian coaches. So this is not PE gym.
Right.
These are the real thing. And so, you can't get anything past them. I told him, I said, look, this is what you got to do.
Well, and the thing is, you can't have the glory if you don't do the work.
That's it. And so he's learning, and it's a wonderful thing. And, I could ask for nothing better. And, look, he has the privilege. We get to work, play, and travel together. That's the thing. We have a school. We have a nursery. My wife is actually my boss on the show. She's the production manager. Go figure. So she gets benefits to tell me what to do.
Both at home and
right.
at work.
I said, yeah, look, you get paid to tell me what to do.
You did something wrong there.
Yeah, right?
It's very easy to see why you were one of the 10 most fascinating people in 1999 with Barbara Walters.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. That's a highlight, by the way, isn't it?
It was. It was really fun. And, and to be real, I didn't know what to think of it at first because it was kind of like this interesting list she had. It was like Ricky Martin and King Abdullah. And I said, oh, that's pretty cool. And then she had Monica Lewinsky. Yeah, I was like, Monica Lewinsky. I was like, and now we look back as the most fascinating person she had. Like, she has 10 people, and then she has the person who's the most well, back then it was Lance Armstrong. So now I'm looking back like, man, that was quite the list, I guess.
Yeah, it definitely was. Well, the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus, it's out of this world. It's intergalactic. It's interactive. It's at the Vivint Smart Home Arena. Tickets, box office, also at
Ringling.com or our app.
There you go.
The Ringling Brothers app.
Starts on Friday, 3 shows on Saturday, 2 on Sunday, and Monday. Jonathan, thank you so much.
Hey,
it's always
for
a
having
pleasure.
me. This was a lot of fun.
Enjoy.